Hello from the land of TV. This is King Kool with a new edition of King Kool's Distracted Movie Reviews. Today on the show we're going to be reviewing Max Payne the movie, as suggested by Metcarfre, whose name I'm not certain I'm pronouncing right, but he hasn't corrected me so far. So, a stipulation of his request was that I review it while playing Max Payne. Well, I tried. I own Max Payne, obviously, as just everyone and their sister. But, unfortunately, it just did not work on my new computer. Like, it would crash, the sound was really bad, so it was like, okay, it was impossible. So, thus you get Super Mario 64 instead. Anyway, getting on to the movie. Yeah, you don't have any purpose. Getting distracted already. I need to flip my notes back. This is my second attempt at recording this review because this time Audacity didn't crash. It was simply an oversight on my part, which I do not believe I will be repeating. Nevertheless, oh, come on. There's two big problems with the movie, but the biggest one is probably the most important, which is the fact that there's a fundamentally incorrect conceit that the best thing about the Max Payne games is the story, where honestly the best thing is just blasting a bunch of people in a series of increasingly bizarre locales with increasingly powerful weapons, etc., with, you know, some colorful characters, especially for a video game. But this is, and it's like, okay, well, why don't you just make an action-packed movie? And it's like, alright, let me clear up a misconception. To call this movie action-packed would be to call Kate Moss rotund. This movie has, like, 3 action scenes in the entire thing. There's, like, it's not to say that they don't get certain things right, which I am happy about. But there's, like, a half an hour in, there's like a little tiny one at the beginning, in like 5-minute mark, where 3 guys get beat up by Max Payne. Then like a half an hour in, he gets beat up by someone you can't see, and it's disorientingly shot, so you can't even really, make a whole lot out of it. Then I shit you not, like an hour goes by, and just nothing of any real actiony consequence happened. I may be forgetting something, but it clearly did not make an impact on me if I can't remember it. And then there's another action sequence, and then there's like a climax, and then the movie's over. I don't forget some coins somewhere. But so it's like, alright, so apparently they thought the sort of meager storyline that they have tinkered with, but not in any way that makes it critically wrong or anything. Not that I can determine. You know, there's a lot of characters. A lot of characters from the game do appear. Max appears. Motor Sax appears. Jim Bravura appears, but you know, is played by Ludacris for some strange reason. But the cast of the first one was pretty white as it began because it was a Norwegian game, I believe. So I don't have any problem with them trying to make it a bit more diverse, but it's supposed to be New York, you know. But I remember when I was calling my brother, I was like, okay, hey, guess, what are your 3 favorite characters? Just name them. And he says, oh, Gognitti, Vlad, and Woden. And he's like, yep, those 3 are not in the movie. So those are the 3 they decided to leave out. Were the 3 ones that I also quite liked. I figured he would come to the same conclusion as I did. As far as probably specific scenes, there's a scene his friend gets murdered and it leads to this investigation. Shoot! Don't touch me. It leads to this investigation about why was this guy killed, etc., etc. But then it has this this simply grotesque wake scene. The wake's in an hour. I'm gonna have a hard time reaching that. I don't know. This grotesque scene where the widow blames him for you know, her husband's death and etc. And it's like, wow, this scene came out of nowhere. I caught it. It came out of nowhere, doesn't serve any purpose, and is just completely mishandled, like, to a ridiculous degree. I bumped the headset there, I hope that you didn't hear that. And I'm just like, man, like, could this be any worse? Just that one scene. It's the only time the movie gets, like, to the point where I'm like, okay, I gotta go find somewhere to throw up. Taking a peek at my notes here. It's 35 minutes before anyone goes into slow-mo, and then in the second scene, where they go into slow-mo, like, Max is leaning backwards, which is, I think, a move you can do in the game. Or maybe it was just a Kung Fu mod. He's leaning backwards, shooting someone 20 feet away with a shotgun. And the guy who he's shooting at has a sniper rifle. Shoots him 3 times. 3 times without, hitting him. 2 times hitting, like, a bunch of Valkyr near him. Valkyr is the drug that they have. Anyone who's seen the games knows this. A bunch of that sitting around. And, it's like, it's a sniper rifle. If you threw a sniper rifle at him, you would be more accurate than you are this moment. You are the worst sniper. Snipers never seem to hit anybody in movies. I don't really get that. And of course, there's the conceit that the hero can take all kinds of abuse, but whenever a bad guy is shot, even once, no matter how strong he was made out to be, even if he was the unstoppable menace that he was built up to be for the whole movie, he gets shot once, like, through his body, right through his sternum. He's down. Now, maybe you could argue, okay, that's severed his spine. It's like, alright, well, they don't really ever get into that, but they just stand there and dramatically fall to their knees and then fall over. And it's like, every single time a bad guy gets shot, one hit will knock him out. For those of you who haven't seen this, check this out. Woohoo! He's far. But, and finally, like, I was waiting for a movie to do something where I could do this segment. This is a segment I've wanted to do since I started. Where I reenact a scene. Oh, damn you. Where I reenact a scene that you've seen in every movie you've ever seen. Like, a scene that's so common, I could reenact it with little dolls, and you'd know exactly what I was talking about. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So please welcome the inanimate players.
Yo, tell me what you know. Alright, I'll tell you what I know, but you have to promise to get me out of here. Okay. Door opens. Oh! Huh? Blam, 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 blam. Oh, ah, oh, bullets are riddling my flesh. Oh, no. Speak to me, boy. Damn it! But why do you suppose they killed him? I don't know. I don't know what he knew. But it probably has something to do with the Deus Ex Machina. And since I'm the hero, I'm probably gonna be able to beat the bad guys anyway, to make his death completely pointless. No, thank you.
So hopefully there was a cut there, where I showed you what scene I was talking about. Yeah, if you circle him right away, he'll just start spinning really fast. I don't know about that. But I didn't want to have cutaways for most of this. That's sort of the point. But like, this is still an idea I really wanted to do. And to demonstrate just sort of how bereft of ideas this movie is. And it's like, does it even bear mentioning that Mila Kunis playing a beautiful Russian assassin, she's just this frigid and like, oh, do exactly as I say or I kill you sort of woman. It's like, come the hell on. We've seen that 1,000 times, and no, Mila Kunis seems like such, you know, she's a fairly good actress, and she's many things. She's beautiful and everything else, but one thing she is not intimidating. Like, even I'm blanking on her name. Devin Aoki. I don't know how to pronounce her last name either. Even she is more intimidating, in all truth, than Mila Kunis. Even though, like, Devin Aoki, I could probably snap her over my thigh like a twig. Just. So yeah, this movie has a couple of fundamental problems. It's not, like, going to make any records for worst ever. I am a little disappointed, I'll admit, that the guy playing the Max Payne wasn't Michael T. Weiss, who he was a guy from The Pretender. I think he would have made a fabulous Max Payne, but doesn't have like star cred or whatever anymore, or something. He's retired, or he died, or something. I don't know. I don't know what he's been up to lately, but I just think that would have been great. But that's just my dream. I forget if I mentioned this. I mentioned this the first time I went through, but Valkyrie is blue this time, and you drink it. It's not like an injection. And it's like, how can you really make a drug seem that, like, you know, devious if you have to drink it? It's like, it looks like that, like, Mountain Dew that won the Democracy contest. It's that sort of blue. It's like, nothing blue is scary, except for, like, the Blue Meanies or something. I don't know. I didn't have an exit strategy for that joke. But, I don't know. It's sort of a shame. There's enough little good things, like the first scene that starts in Roscoe Street subway station, and there's a shootout with a certain antagonist in a parking garage. Now everything's happening in the parking garage, but people will know what I mean if you played the game. But if you play the game, you already see, like, all the things that they think are incredible twists coming, like, a mile away. So, I don't want to go there. So, in a way, it sort of dissolves the, whatever, sort of threat, or whatever sort of surprise it would have. And you're like, alright, yeah, his family was killed. We know that. We knew this when it was shown to us the first time we played the damn game. They didn't hide it for a bloody hour, and then try to act like it was a surprise. And when I was talking to my brother, he's like, well, it still has to be a movie. And I'm like, yes, it still has to be a movie, but I think people who like movies who don't like video games and haven't played it are going to be completely restless by the ponderous pace of this movie as it reveals these cliches as if they're revolutionary. And yeah, it's revolutionary for when they're in a game, maybe, that actually has a plot, where it's not, the plot is, you are a soldier, you have a gun, kill that guy. So I don't know. It's a disappointment more than anything else. Alright, cut back, because I was just completely brain dead. I think that's it for me. If you want to see a movie, have me watch a movie of your choice, just tell me. Message me on YouTube, whatever you want. Put a message on this video. Tell me. I take them all into consideration, because it's just all a lot of fun. Anyway, that's it from me. This is King Kool. Drive home safe.